tablet production cycle. Okay, after the manufacturing, after the compression of tablet, this is the last step for manufacturing of tablet, that is tablet coating. Okay, so this is the phenomenon of application of coating of the tablet. Okay, so there are some objectives why we perform tablet coating. So to mask the odor, to mask the color or taste of the drug. And the coating, it provides physical and chemical protection of the drugs. It controls the release of drug from tablet, and it protects the drug from gastric environment of stomach in case of acid sensitivity of drug. Okay, and tablet coating, it avoids some chemical incompatibilities, and it improves pharmaceutical elegance by using colors and contrasting printing. So these are the objectives of tablet coating. Okay, so for tablet coating, there are some components consider. First one is tablet properties. So in tablet properties, we need to check the shape, what are the tolerance, and what are the surface areas of particular tablets. Okay, and second one is coating process. So for coating process, there are some points. First one is coating equipments, coating parameters, facility and ancillary equipments, automation of coating process. And the last one is coating composition, which involves polymers, colors, plasticizers and solvents. Okay, so first one is tablet properties. So the tablet to be coated, that must possess the proper physical characteristics like spherical shape and uniform surface. Okay, tablet property, this is the first component in tablet coating. So whatever the tablet we are preparing or we need to be that must have the proper physical characteristics like spherical in shape and which have uniform surface. Okay, and which have toleration power, attrition of tablet during the coating process. They must be resistant to abrasion and chipping. Okay, so as the tablet surface, they are brittle and soften in the presence of heat or affected by coating composition, and tend to become rough in the early stages of coating process, are unacceptable for film coating. Okay, next is coating process. So coating process, it is a method in which the coating solutions are sprayed onto the tablets as the tablet are being agitated in a pen, fluid bed, etc. Okay, so the coating process, there is a pen, or they are also known as coating pen. Okay, so the tablet which must that need to be coated, also they put in the coating pen, and the coating solution are sprayed onto the tablets. Okay, so as the solution is being sprayed, a thin film is formed on the surface of tablet, or thin film is formed that adheres directly to each tablet. Okay, so in this coating, that may be formed by single application or may be built up in layers through the use of multiple spraying cycles. There no need. They are not necessary to form a coat or form a layer in single application, but sometimes we need to apply some more time for build up in layer through use of multiple spraying cycle. Okay. Rotating coating pens that are often used in pharmaceutical industries. Next is the uncoated tablets that are placed in the pen, and the liquid coating solution is introduced into the pen while tablets are tumbling. Okay, so first of all, what we do, the uncoated tablets that are placed in the pen, and after that we spray the coating solution or liquid coating solution. Okay, into the pen while the tablets are tumbling. So the liquid portion of the coating solution is then evaporated by passing air over the surface of tumbling tablets. Okay. So in contrast, a fluid bed coater operates by passing air through a bed of tablets at a velocity sufficient to support and separate the tablets as individual units. Once separated, the tablets are sprayed with the coating composition. So the coating process is usually consisting of following steps. First one is batch identification and recipe selection. Mostly this step is used for film coating or sugar coating tablets. Okay. Second is loading and dispensing. Third one is warming, spraying, drying, cooling and unloading. Next is coating equipments. So for coating equipments, modern tablets coating system combines several components. First of all, we go through the coating pen, then a spraying system, an air handling unit, or dust collector. Okay, so there first one is coating pen. So several type of coating pens are available. First one is conventional or standard coating pen. Next is perforated coating pen, and third one is fluidized bed or air suspension coating pen. So first one is conventional coating pen. For example, conventional coating pen, there are different type of conventional coating pens are available. First one is Pellegrini pen, immersion sword pen, and immersion tube systems. Okay, you can see in this diagram. This is the circular metal pen. Or Pellegrini pen. Okay, so this is a circular metal pen which is mounted on a stand and supplied by with heated air through the front of pen. Okay, so thus the coating solution is applied to the tablet by ladling or spraying. Okay, so the spraying is the best as it reduces the drying time in sugar coating tablet and continuous application of solution in film coating tablet. These two are the main advantages, you can say, or benefits for Pellegrini pen or circular metal pen. Okay, next is perforated pen system. Example of a perforated pen system, first one is Aquila coater, high coater system, dryer coater and glad coater. So drying air direct in this type of pen system, drying air directly into the drum by passing through the tablet bed and exhaust through perforation in the drum. So while coating solution is applied to the surface of coating bed of tablet through spray nozzle inside the drum. Okay, so this is the first diagram. It is higher coater system. Next is dryer coater pen. The third diagram, this is Aquila coater, and fourth one is glad coater. Okay. So, uses of perforated pen system, high coating capacity and drying system. This type of pen system used for coating for the coating of sugar coated tablet and film coated tablets. Okay, next is fluidized bed or air suspension. So the main use of fluidized bed or air suspension pen coating pen, the high efficient drying in addition to coating. But there is an advantage that tablet coat that are friable and prone to chipping and age abrasion are difficult to coat even under optimum conditions of fluidized bed system due to rough tablet tablet impact and tablet chamber impact. Okay, so this is the diagram of fluidized bed coating pen. Okay. Next is the advantages of tablet coating. So first one is tablet coating that must be stable and strong enough to survive the handling of the tablet. That must not make tablets stick together during the coating process and must follow the fine counters or embossed character or logos on tablet. Okay, so whenever we perform the tablet coating, so that tablet coating that must be stable and strong enough to survive the handling of the tablet when for how long time period is stored, they must be stable and strong enough. Okay, there is one condition that must not make tablets stick together during the coating process. Every tablets are individual. Okay, and that must follow the fine counter of embossed character or logos on tablets. Next is coating can also facilitate printing on tablets if required, and that are necessary for the tablet that have an unpleasant taste, and a smoother finish makes large tablet easier to swallow. After this much advantages, there are some disadvantages also. So first disadvantage is for sugar coating tablet. This type of sugar coating tablet which have high cost, relatively high cost, long coating time and high bulk have led to the use of other coating materials. Okay, and second one is the process of coating which is very tedious and time consuming. So it sometimes it requires the expertise of highly skilled technician. Okay, next is coating parameter. So there are 4 different coating parameters are available. First one is air capacity. So air capacity represents the quantity of water or solvent moved during the coating process, which depends on quantity of airflow, temperature of air and the quantity of water that are inlet air contain. Okay, next is coating composition. The coating contains the ingredients that are applied to tablet surface and the solvent which act as carrier for ingredient. That means the coating composition, that means the coating ingredients which we are used for coating, tablet coating, that are which are applied on the to the tablet surface, which act as carrier for ingredients. Okay. Next is tablet surface area. Total surface area divided by weight decreases significantly for smaller to larger tablets, and equipment efficiency 60% sugar coating is acceptable while film coating is not. Okay, next is facility and ancillary equipment. So facility required for any coating operation is determined by GMP, like adequate space, safety, treatment of exhaust. And last one is automation, which achieved through a series of sensors and regulating devices for temperature and airflow, spray rates and pan speed. So feedback control of process is maintained. Next is coating process. So coating process, this is the last step in tablet coating. So first one is the benefits are providing visual characteristics and the quality for the product. Generally, three methods are used for tablet coating: sugar coating, film coating, and anti-coating. Okay, so first one is sugar coating. Sugar coating process, it involves 5 separate operations. First one is sealing or waterproofing. So sealing and waterproofing, this step provides a moisture barrier and harden of tablet surface. Okay. After the sealing or after the waterproofing, we perform the subcoating step or subcoating operation, which cause a rapid build-up to round off the tablet edges. Okay. Third one is glossing or smoothing. So smooths out the subcoated surface and increase the tablet size to predetermined dimensions. Next is coloring. Gives the tablet its color and finished size. For its coloring gives the tablet its color and finished size. And polishing, it produces characteristics for glossiness. We perform the polishing. Okay, next is film coating tablets. So for film coating, there are different materials are used for film coating. First one is film former. So the film former which we use for film coating tablets, that has some ideal requirements. First one is the solubility in solvent of choice for coating preparation. Whatever the solvent we are using, its solubility, solvent of choice, okay, for coating preparation. Next is solubility requirement for the intended use, like free water solubility, slow water solubility, or pH dependent solubility. No inherent colors, taste or odor. It must be high resistant to cracking, compatible to printing processor, and high compatibility with other coating solution additives. Okay, and it must be high stability against heat, light, moisture, air, and substrate being coated. Next is solvent. So one more thing, examples of some film format like HPMC, MLCC, ethyl cellulose, povidone, polyethylene glycol, acrylate polymer. Next is solvent. The solvent are used to dissolve or disperse the polymer and other additives and convey them to substrate surface. Solvent, we used solvent to dissolve the polymers. Okay, polymers which we are used for tablet coating. It is a material. It's a component of tablet coating. So there are some ideal requirements for the solvent. The solvent we use, that should be either dissolve or disperse polymer system. Solvent should easily disperse other additives into solvent system. The small concentration of polymer, that is 2 to 10%, should not in extremely viscous solution system, creating processing problem. Okay, and the solvent which we use for tablet coating, for film coating, that should be colorless, tasteless, odorless, inexpensive, inert, non-toxic, and non-flammable. Their drying rate is very high, and they must not contain any environmental pollution. Third one is plasticizer. Plasticizer, these are the component or these are the agent which increase the plasticity. Okay, so the use, it pertain to chemical modification of the basic polymer that alters the physical property of the polymer, and it incorporated with primary polymeric film former, which change the flexibility, tensile strength, or adhesion property of result. So there are some example of plasticizer, that is glycerol, propylene glycol, polyethylene glycol, 200 to 6000 grades, diethyl phthalate also known as DEP, DBP, that is dibutyl phthalate, and TBC, that is tributyl citrate. Okay. Next is colorant. Colorants we use for tablet coating to provide some identification sometime. Okay, and give a luster or give a special appearance. So there are different type of two different type of shades for colorants, for light shades and for dark shades. You see in many tablets or many drugs, if you see the folic acid tablet, okay, so they are in dark shade, and you see metronidazole, they are in light shade. Okay, so when we use colorants for light shade, so the concentration of colorant of less than 0.01% may be used, like iron oxides, and for dark shade concentration more than 2% may be required, like anthocyanins, caramels, carotenoids. Okay. And last one is opaquate extenders. Opaquate extenders, these are the formulation to provide more pastel color and increase the film coverage. So for opaquate extender, we use titanium dioxide, silicates and carbonates. Okay, and last one is entry-coating tablet. So entry-coating tablet, that is uh, which anti-coated tablet which do not show their action on the stomach, but it passes through the stomach, and the site of action for anti-coated tablet, that is intestine. Okay, so for anti-coating, their ideal property for anti-coating material, first one is it have resistant to gastric fluids, susceptible or permeable to intestinal fluid. It must be compatible with most coating solution component and the drug substrates. Okay, it must non-toxic, cheap, ease of application, and its ability to be readily printed. Okay, so there are different polymers which are used for entry coating. First one is cap cellulose acetate phthalate, acrylate polymer polyvinyl acetate phthalate, hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose phthalate, and polyvinyl acetate phthalate. But nowadays some new materials which are used for tablet coating, like zine, which is an aquazine formulation containing no alcohol, and zine, the normal zinc, which contains small quantity of alcohol. Okay. Next is amylose starch and starch derivatives. Last one is dextrin. Recent trends in tablet coating technique. So first, antric sugar coating, antric film coating, control release coating. There are some specialized coating are available nowadays. First one is compressed coating tablets, electrostatic coating tablets, deep coating tablets, vacuum film coating tablet, fluid bed rotor, fluid bed bottom spray raster, and fluid bed top spray, fluid bed bottom spray raster. So these are the specialized coating techniques.